Hey guys, today in this video I really wanted to finish up the pond, building a dock, and then I also had plans to build a haunted house. That'll eventually be our pumpkin farm, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so to catch you up to speed, off camera I grabbed some materials I'll need. With the chip mod, I made some custom lily pads to bring variation to put in pond. This part took me an embarrassing amount of time, so don't even worry. I'm gonna make a cute little montage of me placing everything for you guys to enjoy. So currently I really wanted to make a dock for this area, mainly for aesthetics, but also for us to use catching fish and if we have any guests that want to catch fish. So for the base, I actually started using stripped cherry wood. Well, I don't strip it just yet, but you get the point. I put this block just above the surface level, like I did with the fishing hut to bring a little bit of variation. I planned out this build in a creative world some time ago. I just wanted something cute, but not to the point where it was like taking away from the bigger builds, if that makes sense. My palette mainly consists of stripped cherry wood, deep slate brick walls, cherry trapdoors, mangrove trapdoors, and both cherry and mangrove hanging signs. I also have cherry gates and some copper that's yet to oxidize in there, but I was just planning to let that do it naturally because I don't know, it seemed easier. build that I've done, if it doesn't have any greenery, I simply can't help myself. I need to put it in. Anyways, after some time of being up on this dock, I really think the pond is missing something. So just give me like one moment. Okay guys, I decided to put some cute little boats in here. I think we should build a little area where we can rent some boats and fishing poles to put in to kind of bring the area all together. Yeah, I think that's looking really good. Let's put in some hidden lights to stop mob spawning now. I think we need some street lamps to light the way. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. Oh my god, guys, I'm just waking up from a little rest. It's been a few days, you know, I'm quite hungry. But the lights are still not done. We need to get those done, so with just a little bit more of jungle signs, we're gonna put those out. I'm just gonna let bro burn. I hate Minecraft skeletons. This is dumb. Okay, now to actually finish what I was trying to do before I got interrupted. Wow, this is looking pretty good, but yeah, I'm still pretty hungry. That didn't solve my hunger, so I'm just gonna like take a quick little nibble real quick of something that's in my pockets. We'll eventually come back to this path. This path is not permanent. We're just putting it in just to know where the path is gonna go and to kind of bring everything together for right now. You know guys, after all this building, I need a bit of a break. So right now, I'm just doing some farming, which feels so cozy in this world. Everything in this world feels so cozy. I did a bit off camera work though to feed and pet all of our lovely sheep. So I figured you can join me to feed the cows. After all, I gotta show them love too. I can't just show the sheep love. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even remember the last time we fed them. But you know, with everyone fed, I think we should get back to the old township area to start the haunted house that I mentioned earlier. I think this is gonna be a pretty good spot for it, right in the secluded corner. First though, we need to break some pumpkins. Don't worry, this will come in handy later. You know, looking at this area, I do think we need to do just a bit of light terraforming. Not too much, not too little, just a little bit. Let's plot out where the house is gonna go with some paths. I really like using paths to help plan out where things are going to go, as you don't need temporary blocks to plot it out, and it's free. Everyone loves free things. Planning out where your builds are going to go ahead of time too is going to save you so much hassle later on when like building other things nearby. Paths are also a great way to make a build look more complete in the long run. I was actually having trouble with where I wanted to put my build, so I brought in the reinforcements to ensure, and yep, that is actually where I wanted to put it. All right, reinforcements says it's a-okay, guys. Okay, for the walls, I really wanted to use some red terracotta. For the base, we're going to use some dark oak stripped. I just thought that would look really nice, but I was smelting some clay off camera to get this beautiful red terracotta. I wanted to show a lot of warmth in this build, kind of contrasting palettes from, you know, the builds I have already done in this world. And I wanted to make it really pop, and when you can barely see it visible in the trees. So I figured this red terracotta would be perfect for that. A lot of my inspiration for this build comes from Victorian houses. I think building from things in the real world kind of helps you understand architecture a bit better. The realism also helps solidify a building and adding features that might have slipped your mind before. I paint quite a bit, so I tend to always look at my references to make sure that I'm not missing something, or, oh, why does this look so strange? And I figured, you know, what helps me in that department is when I go look at my little Pinterest and I'm like, oh, I see, I'm dumb. I put 4 fingers instead of 5. How did that slip my mind? You can do the same thing for houses. And I think looking back at photos, at real life photos when you are building a house, it will really help kind of tie things together. I think building from like things in real world, they kind of like help you understand, you know. But I also think, you know, in order to kind of get better, you should learn the rules of any creative art form that you are going into in order to learn how to break them, if that makes sense. Eventually I'll make a video series discussing on how to upgrade your builds, but that is definitely going to be for another day. So we're gonna get back to this video. Okay, so I ran back real quick to grab the workbenches and resources I think I will need for this build. Looking in this chest, this is definitely not enough. So I think this means it is time for a little adventure. Let me quickly make a new sleeping bag because I lost one. I don't know how, but I lost it. We're not going to talk about it. That's a secret for just me and you. Okay. We're going to hit the road. Well, another road, at least. You see, I need a lot more terracotta, so me and the doctor thought the easiest way would be going through the nether. So we bridged and bridged, and this is a very, very long part, so I'm just gonna cut this. You don't even have to worry about this part. You know, at first when I thought, let's go through the nether, this will be so simple, so fun, I was so wrong. This was the beginning to the end. Off camera, we got jumped by like 5 or 6 ghast. I hate the nether already. Getting jumped by like 5 of them right by me? Huh, No, thank you. When trying to bridge just a bit more, as we were getting so close to just being done in the nether and getting to that swamp so I could get all the clay that I needed, the gas came back for round 2. This is unbelievable. Our supplies were dwindling down and we needed to decide it is best to leave. We could not fight these fights without dying. We were not prepared and we needed to up our defenses and up our supplies. And after nearly getting our asses completely handed to us. I collected chicken for food and feathers for Doctor to make us more arrows. Benjamin, the not-so-friendly zombie, and Rasmodius, the Wizard of Mending. It's actually kind of crazy as Doctor got their trade for the mending book down to like 1 emerald and 1 book. And that was like first try. That was absolutely insane. I didn't catch it on camera. And by catch it on camera, I mean I didn't even look. So unfortunately, you're going to have to take my word for it. Okay, well, I guess it's time to go back into the nether to get what I needed. Now, I'm gonna pause the video right here. This is actually the beginning to the end, as hell was about to strike down upon us. Going in absolutely doomed us. We should have found another way, but we didn't. I digress. With the collective brain cell shared by the Doctor and I, we miscalculated the coordinates. Big mistake. As Doctor built and lit up the portal, with me keeping watch and being ready to fight, we went in headfirst into what was supposed to be a swamp. This is an old growth taiga. No way! I checked the coordinates and we were meant to be 30 blocks to the left, not to the right. As night grew, so did our lack of fighting skills. We got swarmed by mobs, brought to our deaths. Again. And again. And one more time, getting killed by the person by my side for the entire adventure. Nothing could have been more of a betrayal than that moment. Now, with the correct coordinates, we built yet another portal. And this time, it was actually to the swamp. Finally, I was able to get my clay. I couldn't have been more proud. After that crazy adventure and what felt like forever, I can finally actually get back to the rest of the video, which is me building. I'm not gonna lie, guys, commentary will probably be sparse in this area. I'm sorry in advance. I'll up the music, but there's not much I can do after that. There's only so much yapping I can do without a script. the show of the house is essentially done. So let's go ahead and start adding in some details. I think this is really going to bring in the build. Not to brag, guys. When adding details, you can add things like fence posts, like how I did for the kind of roof part of the porch. You can add in things like candles. I break up a lot of the woods and like the terracotta in order to make it look more degraded, as this is a haunted house. This is not getting the upkeep that it needs. So I start breaking it down with slightly different colors, like using stripped mangrove wood. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was pretty focused on building in this part. My parkour is not my specialty. You can ask anyone I know. And that is the reason why I don't play in hardcore. I will die. Sorry, I'm too stupid. I simply can't. There is no brain up there. And I just fell to my death. Like something silly, like building a roof. You know, maybe another day I'll be good. That's not today though, so I don't even know why I'm bringing in this point, because I'm still dumb today, but you know, tomorrow I might not be. to use signs to board up the area because it's been a long time since someone has lived here, at least alive. And, I start covering everything in leaves as everything is starting to become more grown in. It looks like it hasn't been getting the upkeep it deserved. And now everything out of control with all these pumpkins, it's starting to look a bit more older and like it's been there for years. After all that work, the house is finally done, and I think it's time to show the doctor. Let's bring them in, and this entire time I had some time to really think and sit on and just go through my mind how I felt so betrayed after getting killed and swung off to my death with all my favorite things dropping into lava. I couldn't really help myself. I kept getting too excited with all these thoughts going in my mind, and I kept having to put away my sword. Maybe it's time the doctor stays in this house a bit longer than I stay in this house. Maybe it's time for the doctor to get some revenge. I made the grave, and now it's just time to put them in it. With their head, I finally completed the build. Well, thank you so much for watching, especially if you watch all the way to this part. Like and subscribe, I guess, if you really wanted to, and I'll post another video at some point.